What's up, guys? It's your girl, Avery Woodley. Oh my gosh, I have missed you guys so much. I have been gone from YouTube for almost 6 months, I think. And that's the whole point of this video, is for me to tell you guys about my return, where I was. I'm going to make a very, very long, almost 6 month story, extremely short, and just where I'm at now and where I'm going personally, and then as far as my vision for my YouTube channel and my voice on this platform. For those of you guys that have stuck with me through the hiatus and have been in here for the long haul, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. For those of you guys that have newly come to my page, so for my new subs, thank you guys for being here. So you get to hear a very long story made short, and you can kind of erase anything I've ever posted. No, all of that stuff is going to stay, because that's still Avery. That's still a lot of my voice and my perspective. But I am making a shift here on YouTube. The last almost 6 months, up until November 2022, basically thought I had cancer. I had went into the doctor late last spring. They found a lump on my thyroid, and then with further testing, they found some rare lymphocyte cells, and I went through rounds of biopsies, blood work, waiting, guessing, specialists, cameras, like all the way down my throat, checking my vocal cords, looking for cancer in my throat as well. Me having to check other areas of my bodies for lumps. So anytime I felt something, it was like, oh my gosh, right? Because they had found these rare cells, and it's like, is there anything else anywhere on your body? That with life put me in a place where I had to really reevaluate a lot of things, right? Because when you're facing something like that, you kind of sit and you're like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? Have I done what I was supposed to do? If I was to leave here tomorrow, or in 5 months, or in a year, have I used my voice? Have I used my platform? Have I walked in my purpose? Have I accomplished this? Have I done, all of that stuff kind of started bombarding me. And then also I turned 40 in December. So I had that whole, oh, I'm about to be 40. Where am I at in life? All of that going on at the same time. Anyway, as I was facing that and dealing with that, I came to the conclusion that I could either do this whole woe is me, or I could buckle down and realize that all of our days are numbered. Whether you're facing a terminal illness, whether it's something that can be cured, or whether you're just going outside the door, walking outside the door, and you're facing life, our days are numbered and time is of the essence. And my goal has always been to make an impact. And I'm like, have I really been doing that on YouTube? Because it was a struggle for me to show up on YouTube during those months. And at first, I felt guilty, and I was like, oh, well, it's because I don't have time to set up the camera or to do this. But I was still showing up on Instagram. And I realized, no, it's YouTube. And it was the space that I was in on here, and some of the conversations that were being had, a lot of conversations that I took part in. And I'm like, did those really make anybody better? Yes, some of them did, but some of the spaces that I found myself getting into, and some of the repetitive conversations that I was having when I came back on YouTube, they're still being had. And I was just like, I can't do it. I cannot give that my energy any longer. Like, I cannot keep telling women, or certain women, that they need to soften up, that they need to be more feminine, that they need to be more vulnerable, that they need to flow, to work out and take care of their temple, like whatever it was. I got sucked into this gender war, whether I wanted to or not. I played a role in it, right? I have been at some point a soldier in the gender war, and I'm done with it. I was like, I really don't care. The men and the women, specifically the women who want to become better, who want to evolve, who want to, face connecting to their feminine and not leading their masculine, who want to talk about, the bitterness or the unforgiveness or holding themselves accountable. All of that mess, if they want to do it, they'll do it. If they want to put the work in, they'll do it. I have had women reach out to me who were like, hey, I saw you on YouTube and X, Y, and Z. Can I come to you? Can you work with me? Absolutely so. But like, I don't want to have those conversations anymore. If people want to do better, they will choose to do better. For people who still want to have those conversations, there's a space for it. I just can no longer sit at that table, because it's not serving me, and it's not a part of my purpose. I came on here to be a part of the solution, not to add fuel to the fire. And I personally felt like there were times where I was adding fuel to the fire and I can't do it anymore. Right. Like I just like I can't do it. So whether it's men, whether it's women, whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever, I want to have conversations that mean something, conversations that make us better, conversations that open our eyes, conversations that make us laugh, make us cry, make us feel, just conversations that make us better. Whatever it is that you need, I want you to be able to come to this page, to be able to come to my YouTube, to be able to come to any space that I am in and feel like when you walked away, when you hit the end button, when you closed your phone, well, you wouldn't close it because hopefully you have an iPhone or Android and it's not a flip, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? That when you get done watching or listening, that you're kind of like, damn, you know what? Like it hits you, right? Whether you personally resonate with it, whether it's just a new perspective on life or relationships or whatever, right? So that's where I'm at. So I'm back. I'm not having certain conversations anymore. My perspective on a lot of stuff is still my perspective, right? I just am not going to give my energy to those conversations because, like I said, I realize that time is of the essence and I have a small window to get on here and to make an impact. It just can't be in that space anymore. And I understand that I may lose some supporters, right? I may lose some followers who want me to talk about, you know, men getting their passport and getting a wife. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't care. Do it. Why not? Go. I've always said go where you grow. I like that. Like if I was to leave here, I don't want that to be my last video. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that to be my last video. I'd rather my last video be talking about intimacy issues and how they're tied to you not being able to have an orgasm. Like that's the kind of stuff that if it's my last video, I want it to be on something that is really adding to someone's life. And it's like, dang, like I didn't know that. Let me look at myself. Maybe something's going on with me. So, yes, you guys, I am back. Thank you for sticking with me. If you decide to stay, if you decide to go, feels good. And I will honestly, really quick, I will be on here a lot more. No, I will not be sitting down like this all the time. You guys know I absolutely hate that. And let's just be real. If I got to show up, if I'm going to show up on YouTube, I got to show up as myself. I got 3 kids. I'm always running, right? So there may be shorts, there may be, small, quick videos. I will be having interviews with people. Oh, excuse me, I like kicked my desk. I will be doing so much, but yeah, let's just have some meaningful conversations. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for joining me.